I used to be the guy that could sell anything. Cold calls, hard closes, nonstop pitching. I made $1 million in personal sales doing it that way. But eventually I realized that just because it worked doesn't mean that it's sustainable or how I really wanted to grow my business long term. But today I run a multi-7-figure business and I didn't have to make a single cold call. I didn't spend a penny on acquisition, no chasing, no paid ads, just service, results, and reputation. So if selling makes you feel fake or forced, good. That means you're probably focused more on the work than the actual pitch. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built my 7-figure business through stories, not scripts, and how you can engineer the exact same effect. Most founders I meet struggle with sales, not because they lack ambition, but because they don't want to feel pushy or fake. They've built something real, but talking about it feels awkward. And if that's you, I want you to know that's okay. You can still scale your business. And I say this because I've lived both sides of the game. I've been the pushy salesman. I've made over $1 million in personal revenue cold calling, handling objections, closing deals, hard and fast. I've played that game, and it works. But I've also built a 7-figure business without asking for a single purchase. No hard closes, no chasing, just results, service, and storytelling. People came to me, not the other way around. Both paths are real. Both paths can be done, but they're a completely different game with different compounding effects. And the question isn't which one works, it's which one do you want to wake up and play every single day? And for a lot of people, the no pitch, just proof path feels better. And over time, it actually scales better. And what most people are seeming to forget nowadays is that business was around long before social media, long before creating content. And how did they grow their business? They scaled through stories. Word of mouth was their growth engine. Titans in the industry, people like Henry Ford, Carnegie, built legacies through reputation, not reels. They weren't out doing TikTok dances hoping to go viral. So the tools have changed nowadays, but the principles have not. People talking will always be greater than ads talking. Because at the end of the day, your customers and the stories they tell will always sell greater than you trying to convince someone to purchase a product. And the story that I want to tell before I jump into how you can actually manufacture word of mouth is I once built a business that did $1 million in 90 days. And for most people, that is very, very fast revenue. That is very, very fast results. And when we did it, we felt like kings. We felt like we cracked some secret code. But in reality, quick growth equals fragile foundations. It's something that most people will never talk about. They say that you should always scale fast, but in reality, scaling fast is not always the solution. Because that same business that did $1 million in 90 days was gone in 8 months. It disappeared because we lacked foundation. We didn't have our customers saying good stories. And bad press is just as powerful as good press. So you have to make sure you're manufacturing it. So now you may be asking the question, well, this is all great. I understand it now, but how do you actually manufacture stories? How do you build word of mouth engines that will scale forever? Well, the answer is very simple. And I've narrowed it down to about 4 key steps. Now, each one of these steps takes time to build and implement inside of your business, but this is what you need to focus on. 1 is document every single win. Screenshots, testimonials, before and afters. Give discounts to people that'll give you video testimonies. This is very important because you want to have a massive database of results and wins, because that's what you can use to share and also remind the people of what wins they have. And the next one is share those wins. Turn client feedback into mini case studies. And when I say share these wins, I don't mean go run a ton of ads with them. I mean share the wins to your existing customer base. Send out an email blast saying, hey, here's our top winners of this week that got a result. Because what happens when you send it to your existing customer base is they start wanting to get the same results. And usually what happens is if they see someone else doing it, they're going to also achieve the same result. And once they start achieving results, you can actually have the story that's being manufactured. So systematize your story capture. Number 3, Ask for Loom videos, ask for thank you reviews, not bribes. Don't try to get them to actually give a testimony. Try to get them to do it off of their own free will. Just remind them. Have a simple phrase of, hey, you got this result in X amount of days. Do you mind sharing that? Do you mind hopping on a call with our customers and just talking about it? Because that's what's going to actually grow. And the best part is it takes the founder out of the sales role because now your customers are actually doing it for you. So number 4 is content equals transformation, not transaction. Let the work do the selling. Because the more stories you can manufacture, the more people they're going to ask. And we have a lot of great videos inside of this channel that show you other key tips on how you can manufacture these and how you can get other people to sell it for you. So if you hate selling, good. It means you value service over self-promotion. You're not in it for the quick results, you're in it for the long-term wins. And most salespeople will completely disagree with everything I said in this video. All they'll say is you have to be the one selling, you have to close them, you have to get the sale. But in reality, if you aren't that type of person, then most people start feeling lost. They listen to this online hype and say, man, I'm not a salesperson, so I can never grow my business. But in reality, it's the complete opposite. And I've proven it. Like I said, I lived both sides of the coin, but there's wisdom if you stand on the edge and you understand that sometimes you do need to sell a little bit, but you don't sell someone to purchase your product. You sell your customers to believe that they got a result. And the best way to do that is to actually get them results. So lean into that. Let your clients' wins do all of the talking for you. Because in reality, if you look at any big business that was around before the whole social media world, everything was built on reputation. You can look at all of the old interviews from people like Steve Jobs that all they talked about was building good reputation and good word of mouth. And that's what got their business to grow substantially. So quiet brands with loud stories are the ones that win because the loud stories do all of the talking. So if you found any value whatsoever from this video, if this kind of changed your mindset that you don't always have to be that salesman, then hit the subscribe button. There's no course, no upsell at the end. I'm not here to sell you some mastermind. All I'm here to do is give you advice and tips that have changed my life forever, and hopefully they do the same for you. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.